Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we were taking a look at the 6-inch Spider-Man from Homecoming the movie, and this is from the Vulture Homecoming Build-A-Figure wave. I'm not sure exactly how it compares to the Civil War version of the suit, but it should be a better mold. We do get some different accessories anyway, so onto the back of the box here, we have a nice picture of Spider-Man himself and a tiny little bio. Down here though, we do see everyone else in the wave. I have already reviewed this Tombstone and this Moon Knight right here. And obviously the last one that we're going to get to is Vulture, because I'll be showcasing him with the Build-A-Figure wings. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here's the figure out of the packaging. Now, the accessories that this figure does come with are this head right here with the bigger eye slits, and then we have this head right here with the smaller eye slits in them. So obviously we know that these lenses do actually move within the film, so that'll obviously help him with visibility or whatever it helps with. And so here we have the smaller one. The white paint does fit within the lines reasonably well. It could be a tiny little bit cleaner. You can see this one just comes ever so slightly up past the ridge, but for the most part it does look really cool. You will notice a lot of blue within the figure, and that is actually within these lines, within the webbing detail in the suit, it's actually blue paint in there, not black paint. So I find that really, really interesting. It gives a very, very awesome look, and it doesn't really darken up the figure as much as other Spider-Man figures may seem. So I actually really do like this design. I actually, just so you know, think that this is probably my favorite Spider-Man figure that's out right now. And obviously beats the Civil War version because it does come with more accessories. So in terms of the hands, we have one of each here. So you get a web flipping hand for either arm, and then you also get a fist for either arm. Now, what we also receive with this figure is actually webbing to go under the arms, and that's one thing I really do like about this movie. They're giving that kind of classic comic book feel with the webbing. So just like we got with the Spider-Woman figure, you have a little hole in there under the arm, and you have these webbing pieces, these clear plastic pieces, and you can tab those in. And then when you bring the arm to a certain point, it actually looks like the webbing is coming between, well, basically from the armpit pretty much, you know, between the arm and the body of the figure. And I think that looks really cool. So you can have sort of, you know, gliding poses. And you do see that very clearly in the trailer as well. So let me go ahead and just peg in the other side. It's not a super tight connection, but it's not loose enough where, you know, if you're going to play with it, it's going to fall out. So you should be pretty sorted with it. So as you can see, you can give him like a kind of gliding position there, and I think that looks pretty sweet. So I really, really do like that addition, and like I say, they do fit in there quite well. So we have a lot of raised surfaces on this figure, and so you can see the spider there on the chest. That is a raised molded piece. You have the raised spider on the back. All of this webbing that, like I said, has blue within it, that is all molded in there. All these black pieces that you can see are all molded in lines. The black that's on the blue is just painted, but everywhere else, everything on the red is actually molded in, and it looks fantastic. You do have more of that kind of blue building up in the areas inside the hands, and I actually quite like the look of that. It looks like shade, but I definitely think that they've got the build of this figure pretty much spot on for Tom Holland. You can definitely imagine that it is him in this suit, and you can definitely imagine his voice coming from this mask. So I think they did a great job in the look and feel of this figure. This arm was actually a little bit stuck earlier. I have managed to free it up now, so just be careful. These joints are quite flimsy inside here, so that was stuck, and I was rotating it and it was just bending straight back round, but now it moves freely just like the other arm, so that is fantastic. So on the left here we have Iron Man from Civil War. It's the same suit, at least in terms of molding, that we'll get for the new film, so you know, that's a great comparison right there. And then over here on the right we have the Scarlet Spider, which is standing in for not just Pizza Spidey, but pretty much every other Marvel Legends figure. It's pretty much a standard Marvel Legends size. So you can see that this guy right here is a little smaller. It's actually a great scale, I feel. So not only does it look great, it is actually the right scale as well. So it actually stands just under 6 inches tall. So as for the articulation of this guy, the head can move all the way up and all the way down, left and right. So that's awesome for your crawling poses, being able to look that far up. You have an awesome butterfly joint here that has so much movement, and like I say time and time again, that's probably one of the most important joints for me in terms of expression from an action figure. There's so much more that you can achieve by having that butterfly joint there. You do actually have a little bit of scratching right here, revealing some of that blue, because the blue is actually underneath the red, but I don't mind that too much. It's on a butterfly joint. You're pretty much always going to get scratches and scrapes on butterfly joints no matter what you do. Rotation here at the upper part of the arm, double jointed elbows, and the wrists swivel and pivot pivot in and out as well. An amazing ab crunch, pretty much 90 degrees right there, and then all the way back too. So absolutely awesome for your swinging poses and also for your crawling poses. Rotation at the waist, hips come out to the side. They could come out a little further than that, but it doesn't really matter too much. But they go all the way forward, and you have a bit of wiggle room in there as well. Rotation at the thigh, double jointed knees, and then the feet can move all the way up, great for crawling, all the way down, great for the swinging poses, and then the rotation there as well. I think that with the amount of accessories that you get, the webbing, interchangeable hands, the different heads, all the molded in detail, I love the fact that they didn't just print all this design on here. I love the fact that they did actually mold it all, and as much as they have done. The scale is great and the articulation is fantastic too. Like I say, definitely my favourite Spider-Man figure as of right now. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to check out my other videos, there's a couple on the screen right now, and you can always go ahead and subscribe for more. You can check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123. The link is in the description as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.